I posted an Instagram reel the other day about fertilization, and there were so many comments about how twins were made that were just wrong, and confidently wrong. So I decided to make this video to clear it all up. So let's do it. Leslie Summer here from Interactive Biology, where we're making biology fun, and let's talk about how twins are made. Now, normally, a woman will release one egg every month during the process of ovulation. As I mentioned in my fertilization video, the egg will then go into the fallopian tube, and that's where fertilization usually takes place. And in most cases, one sperm ultimately ends up fertilizing one egg, forming a zygote. The developing zygote then starts dividing, it moves to the uterus and gets implanted in the wall of the uterus, where it continues to develop until it becomes a fully formed little human being that's so cute, makes you want to pinch those little cheeks. So normally we have one sperm fertilizing one egg, resulting in one unique baby. Now, in somewhere around 1 in 80 pregnancies, 2 eggs are released at once. And since these are 2 different eggs, the genetic makeup of each egg will be different. And since we have 2 eggs now, each egg can be fertilized by 1 sperm each from the male. So what we end up with is that we have 2 unique eggs being fertilized by 2 unique sperm, and the result will be 2 unique babies with different genetic makeups, and that gives us fraternal twins. So fraternal twins, also known as dizygotic twins, are twins who develop from 2 separate eggs being fertilized by 2 different sperm. And these can be the same sex or they can be opposite sex. They're no different from any other pair of siblings, except for the fact that they developed at the same time and will come out into the world around the same time. And as you can imagine, you can get fraternal triplets if 3 eggs are released, and so on. 4 eggs, quadruplets, 5 eggs, quintuplets, 6 eggs, really stressed out parents. You get the point. Man, I can't imagine having triplets or more. I'd go crazy. But I'd love them all equally in my insanity. Now, there's also a different situation that can happen. This is where 1 egg gets fertilized by 1 sperm, as usual, but in somewhere around 3.5 to 4 out of every 1,000 cases, this fertilized egg ends up splitting into 2 somewhere within the first 2 weeks after fertilization. So you end up with 2 embryos developing simultaneously. Now, keep this in mind. Both embryos came from the same egg, meaning they'll have DNA from the mother that's genetically identical. And they also develop from the same sperm, meaning they'll have DNA from the father that's genetically identical. So the result is that now we have twins that are completely genetically identical. Identical twins. And of course, if the developing embryo splits into 3 embryos, we get identical triplets and so on and so forth. So let me be clear. Twins don't usually form from 2 sperms fertilizing 1 egg, as one of the more common responses in my Instagram reel continued to say. That's not how this works. However, there are some rare cases with twins, and I want to touch on those as well. First off, let's talk about semi-identical twins. In about 1% of fertilizations, we can get a situation where 2 sperm cells will actually end up getting into and fertilizing a single egg. This is called double fertilization. In the majority of these cases, the embryo doesn't survive. It usually results in a miscarriage. The phrase you often see is that in humans, double fertilization is incompatible with life. However, in some extremely rare cases, the embryos can actually end up surviving. But as far as I've seen, there have only ever been 2 recorded cases in the history of mankind. So it's a very, very rare exception. Another situation that can happen is that you can have twins with different ages, which is quite unique. It's a rare situation because normally what happens is when a woman gets pregnant, the body doesn't continue releasing eggs during that pregnancy. However, in some rare cases, a second egg can get released after the woman is already pregnant. This is called superfetation. And if it happens during the same menstrual cycle, it's called superfecundation. And in these cases, fertilization can happen again, and one of the twins will be slightly older than the other one. Okay, I gotta clarify something here, right? This is Leslie, the editor. I'm going through this video and I realized that this could be a bit confusing, especially in the way that I said it. I said that they're gonna have a different age. One is gonna be older than the other. That's not technically true unless we're talking specifically about gestational age. They're most likely going to be born on the same day, so their age will be the same, but their gestational age is going to be different because one got fertilized before the other. All right, let's get back to the good stuff. Now, let's deal with one more interesting exception, because it was also brought up a lot on that Instagram reel, and that's where twins have two different fathers. I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, I saw that on Maury.
1 out of 2 ain't bang. I have never had that on my show. You know how that time frame has to be for you to be carrying 2 kids from 2 different men?
Well, believe it or not, it's a real thing, not just something for daytime TV drama. Now, how does this happen? Well, just like with the previous situation, we can have 2 eggs released within a single menstrual cycle and getting fertilized by sperm from 2 different men. This is called heteropaternal superfecundation. And as a result, you end up with a situation where you have fraternal twins with 2 different fathers. It's something that's common in animals but very rare with humans.
I have never had that on my show.
Okay, I think that's enough exceptions for this video. But now you know how twins are made, and you even know about some rare exceptions. You can share that with your friends and they'll think you're extra smart. My name is Leslie Samuel from Interactive Biology, where we're making biology fun. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.